Hello. So I'm really glad to be sitting here DMing for you guys. This is so take it easy on me. I am nervous as it is, but we are playing the Trouble in Winterhold Battle Interactive. You all have been gathered together by a very special guest at the table, and that's Tenter, to fight Lolth and her minions. I hate to use that word; it feels very He-Man-ish. But so we're going to just go around and introduce our team here.
Oh god, I'm first one. Okay,
Yeah,
hi.
you're first one. Hey.
It's like looking up my character too. Well, I guess my character's name is Lork, barbarian, half orc, and I did that on purpose to try to make it as weird and possible.
Lork. I like it. I like it.
Let's see, and wasn't in a previous campaign, so mine was probably just adventuring around.
Cool.
Somebody at this table knows a lot of this character, but really loves to drink. It's pretty much the issue with them. Very honorable, but at the same time also has the Scottish Benny bag thing with the kilt in the front there, but it's always filled with little vials of alcohol.
Nice.
And I think that's really basics of it.
Cool.
The rest.
You're up, bud.
My character's name is Rivelin. She's a monk rogue. She was actually captured by the drow, and the adventuring party came upon her in a cage in the tunnels that they just escaped from. They didn't know a whole lot about me. They didn't really trust me, but they decided to let me join the adventuring party to let me prove myself to them.
I will say that I was part of that adventuring party before I was a DM, and my patron came calling and bamfed me out in the middle of the game. Made me sad. Stupid free. Go ahead.
My name's X-Ball. I'm fighting human in Travis Sword Coast.
Nice.
My character is Duncan, human. He's like a ice warrior, so a lot of his spells are ice themed.
Very cool.
And he has like icy armor and the spear. And he's probably just traveling.
Nice. Go ahead.
My character's name's Shepard. He's a fearful cleric of the Ebb. That's what he calls it.
Nice.
He is 7'5". He's a very large, giant bloodline. That's what the Fearwolves are. He hails from the Grey Winds, or the Grey Wilds, a northern boreal forest.
Nice.
That has, it's like a very unforgiving, sort of wintry kind of land. But he is a cleric searching for gods, because they don't worship, his clan doesn't worship gods, he worships sort of what he calls the eventide or the in-between.
Nice.
He is a cleric of Twilight.
Very cool. Awesome. Go for it, Lance.
Hey, my character's Turrican Strobek. I'm part of the Saving Face, and I was actually doing a few missions for the Emerald Enclave when I got told to join up with this group of heroes and help out. So they sent me over this way. And my character is actually a ranger, so elf ranger.
I knew I was missing somebody. You're not on here. I've got to write you down on my list. Go ahead.
So, my name is Nathan, and my character's name is Maul. He is a Kinku Death Cleric who is coated with scale mail that clinks whenever he walks, as well as a very large glaive that is covered in chains and many holy symbols.
Yeah, I got the loud one.
He is 5 foot tall. He's a 5 foot tall crow person, and he's very grumpy because he just was bamfed out of Strahd's Barovia. He was just bamfed out of Barovia and was expecting to be home, but now he's here, so he's very grumpy.
So, just so you know, he played in my Curse of Strahd campaign. We just wrapped it up, and in my world, like when I'm DMing, Kenku can talk, but they also have that mimicry. So that way, I don't have to listen to somebody repeating after somebody, that they can talk.
When you hear, so one thing that I do want to add to that I wanted to add to my Kinko is
Right now, you choose now to do this?
no.
No, you go. I'm just teasing, man. Go.
I was thinking that the way he speaks is a mixture of many different people's voices that mimics.
Okay, good flavor. What was your class again? I'm so sorry.
My class, it's 2 levels of fighter and then 6 levels of base wizard.
Okay. Jason, what was your class again? Fighter. Sorry, I got you right when you were talking. I used to be a waiter, so that's how I'm good about it.
So with the fear ball, I'm curious.
Brian, sorry.
No, you're good. Didn't mean to.
What was your character's name again? Yeah, it's Rivelin.
Rivelin or Ritalin?
Rivel. What's your passive perception, Brian? So it's your wisdom, your score. What's your wisdom score? Your modifier. So it'd be 13, unless you're proficient with it. Are you proficient?
No.
Okay, so it'd be 13. What's your AC? 17. Sorry, I forgot to get that from you. So after convening with Tensor and the five are the council of Winterhold, basically. So after convening with the wizard Tensor and the five, you all are given a more straightforward path to walk, leading into the gloom, whatever it's called. Because the English is failing me right now, we're just going to just say whatever. But it is more of a cave than what some of you would feel more comfortable being in. Real quick, housekeeping, who doesn't have a miniature? Do y'all have miniatures? Okay, cool. So I just want to make sure because you come to the entrance of this cave, and it literally is just a cave. And you walk in, and there is lichen that is growing and mushrooms that seem to kind of almost glow and light the way. It's bright enough so those without dark vision can see, but not real well. So I'm going to say that your vision is cut in about half. So those of you with dark vision, you're good. You're good to go. You hear basically. Sorry, Monk Road. I am so wound up right now. You hear your normal cave sounds, the dripping of water from stalactites on the floor, the chittering of some creature that is more scared of you than you are of it, or so they say. But you start your descent down, and you wind around the paths, and you probably go for a good half mile. It's not getting any easier, and the rocks are a little more wet, and it's getting cooler as you walk down. So you can feel the dampness in the air and a little bit of condensation on your armor or your weapons from going out of the heat into the damp. Kind of like when your glasses fog up, or opposite, I should say. Does anybody have a preference to their marching order?
I think we were discussing before, fighter and then me.
Okay, so
primary tank, secondary tank.
Explorer, and then Lork. Okay, who's going to go third?
Put me probably closer to the bag, but not.
Who's going to go third? That's the question. Thank you.
Third? Okay.
I'll go fourth.
All
That
right.
puts me probably about fifth position. That way I
Okay.
can get pretty good on anywhere.
Riv, Maul, Turcon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? Just him and 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's right. You're going last. I don't know why I thought I had you on here already. Shepard. And then Duncan's going last. Okay.
So, real quick, we were in that cave before we moved forward.
No, that was the entrance, and you moved on forward. I mean, it's just.
So before the entrance, it's like as we're going in, we see that it's dim light.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's dim enough. I mean, it's bright enough you can see that you can see in the cave, and it's just growing wildly along the tunnel as you go down.
okay, so I turn to the six adventurers with me, and I'm like, before we make this venture, let me bless you in the right. I do. Who can see in the dark? So
Nice.
two of you can see the dark. Three of you can see the dark. Three of you can't see the dark.
Maybe I should be in front of you then if I can see in the dark.
Yeah, I can't see much.
Okay, can we change that order since I can see in the dark but he can't?
Absolutely. Well, you're.
We'll solve it.
Yeah, he's about to resolve it.
Oh, okay.
So I start praying to whatever we have, and the sort of the in between, the darkness between light and day. And so 5 of you are blessed with 300-foot darkness.
Dang.
All right, okay.
How long does that last?
It lasts 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. So you're a half hour into it, basically. No, it would take less than that to walk half a mile. So but now you all can see. Everybody can see perfectly. Some of you now better than others. As you're walking down. So still first, still second. Okay. Wow, that was really cool. Well done. Was that a ritual?
No, it's actually a subclass feature. It's called Eyes of Night.
I need to familiarize myself with Twilight Clerics.
They're really cool.
Did you have a question about the Fearbolt?
Yeah. Ask your question.
Oh yeah, I was kind of curious. I was trying to remember. I've only had one person that was playing it before. So the Fearbolt, are you able to lie, or you're basically walking under? I would say like near.
Can you type in there that everybody's in the same game? Yeah, it's the same game. Okay. There's Hamfield. There's different streams, but we're all playing the same game. It's all the same raid on the it's the same raid on the Drow encampment. What'd you say?
I'm going to open up menu all of them.
Yeah. So if you want to open up all 3 streams, go for it. There's a 4th table that's not streaming though.
Again, it's probably because of my experience prior that like, since the same thing has such a bad
Okay.
charisma skill, that is just like, played it as if it could never tell a lie.
As you're walking along, X-Bar, you actually notice as you between kind of catty corner between 2 stalactites, there is a thin rope that's going forward from stalactites. It's like a thin line, not a rope, but a thin, like almost translucent line.
Like maybe spider wire.
Maybe it's like spider wire.
So
We got a
Bless you.
who do we have that can
Do you have?
check this thing out?
yeah, actually, does anybody have roguelike skills?
Me.
All right, King. Oh, you're
He's straight up a rogue.
Oh, you are a straight up rogue, duh.
I have.
You're rogue, and you're both half rogues,
No,
basically.
I'm not a half rogue, but I have a lot of rogue-like qualities.
All right.
So, I mean, it's between you 2.
Go ahead, Mr. I'm a full-fledged rogue.
Yeah, I would ask them.
Is this like along the ground, kind of? Like foot?
Right at foot level. Yeah. Dirty 20 plus. Oh, dirty 20. You're down on the ground, and we're going to say you went to the left stalactite. You get your thieves' tools out, and you're able to separate it from the stalactite. You notice that if you had gone through this, that the line leads up to a spike bar, almost like a portcullis that would drop down on whoever had broken that wire. easy enough with that roll to disarm it. Once you disarm it, you're able to. It's not going to come down. So
Out of curiosity, just sidebar. I'm munching on something crunchy and the mic is right there. Am I like, is my
probably, but it's all right.
It's a thing right now.
You're fine.
Starting to suppress.
Listen, I've watched a ton of D&D streams. If I had stopped watching D&D streams over eating noises, I would not watch any of them at all.
I was going to say, I've got crunchy, veggie
Yeah.
straws, and almonds, so like,
It'll be like in the Temple of Doom when you're walking on the
Yeah.
yeah, there we go.
The,
Feel bad. Last week's stream had static for about 10, 15 minutes.
All right.
the first season, like the first half of the season, first campaign of Critical Role, I couldn't watch it because they were just like slobbering all over whatever they were eating. I'm like, oh, come on. So if they're, you're fine. So no, you're fine. So you continue on. Everything's still bright. This lichen and the mushrooms that are growing is really, it helps. But those of you who are blessed, you don't need it anyway. Continuing on, holy crap. All of you notice that there are larger than normal rats. And that's what you hear those skittering around. Now, you've each seen giant rats in your travels. So, like, we're not talking like, we're talking this big. This is how big they are. They're like somewhere in between giant rats and just a nasty rat. And they're not going towards you. They're going around you and out. With a quickness.
Well, I would imagine at this point all of us, if they didn't have it, would have their weapons out at the ready. Okay. I guess since
Is it just like a lot?
A lot. So you start with one and then two, and you just hear, and it's just like they're coming up the walls and just going around you. And it's almost to a point as you continue on like a wave. And then finally it's just like 1, 2 as they just go out.
So it's almost like a horde, and then
They just separate and round it. They don't want to mess with you. They want to just go.
Tinker slightly drooling.
All right, we're continuing on.
So ain't bothering us. There's something scaring me away, so I guess, we proceed with the very call.
I take a shot of whiskey and we keep going.
Shot of whiskey. There you go.
Is this the hallway that we're in? It is unmaneuverable for more than one person.
Yes. So I'm sorry. It's probably about 15 feet wide.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is.
Can we have two people?
You can go too wide if you. So if
I
you.
say that the road, me in front,
Okay.
let him kind of keep an eye on everything as we're moving along. Keep me in check with my big clumsy fighter feet, and
Does anybody else want to double up like that? So you got Lort by yourself.
I'm gonna go right behind.
Okay. So you're going to be with Lort.
Okay, that works.
so it's going to be you two together then.
Yeah, so them two, us two.
And then all of us.
Turcon and Shepard, and then you're going to be by yourself in the back. Sorry.
Probably taking up a whole lot of room in that one little. Just make sure you're okay. Well, yeah, you're what, 7.5?
Yeah, I'm counting as a.
Do you have a creature?
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, you've got enough. You're clearing. Yeah, you're clearing. It's tall enough and wide enough for two people. Tall enough for your head. Now, if it was a Goliath, Goliaths are probably about the same height. We're going to say. Yeah. So that would have a hard time. They'd have to dip their head. So you've got a good 1.5 2 foot clear. So it's probably about a 10-foot ceiling.
I'm gonna look at the group and I'm like, who is quick among you?
I'm quick.
I
Quick as in like foot speed, or quick as in like
Sorry.
quick as in like.
Yes, I am large and I am strong, but I'm not quick.
don't worry. I'll be your counterman.
Who is? I bet. Who's got like the highest? 40 feet of movement.
I mean, I'm at 35, but my dexterity speed-wise is going to be the most agile to his his slowness.
You also have a monk rogue, a mogue over here.
He's a punk. I'm in the back.
So since we were side by side,
Yep.
do you mind? I asked your character, like, do you mind if I give you another blessing? So I will give you advantage or what's it called? Advantage on your initiative, on your next initiative.
On your next initiative. Cool.
So it's a more of a vigilant blessing.
All right. Are we continuing on?
First, I'm gonna. No, we're continuing.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna cast a 1 minute spell, and I don't think that's gonna help. So,
Well, I mean, it would get you to where you're going. So as you continue on, nobody really spots anything else. There's only been one trap so far in this.
And it'll last until
Seems strange.
that's not good.
So
but it just works the one time.
as you continue on, you notice there is a door in front of you. It's a large wooden door. And you can tell that the stone on the wall that's in front of you, everything in the tunnel is rough hewn. It's almost like they just didn't care how they carved it out. They just wanted to make this tunnel. There are braces in the tunnel that you can hang lanterns on, anything like that. This is very much a amateur mining tunnel, but when you get to this one wall towards the end, it is smooth. And this door is wooden that is there. And the door is just a simple wooden door, iron banded, with a ring knob on the front.
Yeah. We can take a look to see if it's a trap.
Yeah, I'll examine the door for traps and.
Okay, you want to take a look at you? Okay, so you're going to check for traps first, correct?
Yep.
All right, make a roll for me.
Okay, out of these 100, do you want low, medium, or high? You, sir. It's still gonna be a 15.
Doesn't look trap. Pretty confident that
I don't really see anything. I'm pretty sure it's not trapped.
what would you like to do next?
Can I tell without trying the knob if it's locked?
There does seem to be a lock mechanism on it. Yeah, so it's like something, a big old lock keyhole. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Keyhole.
Okay, I'll inform them, but I mean, it looks like it may have a key, but I'm not sure if it's locked or not.
What if we stand back? I think I can open the door from a distance.
Mage hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you okay with that? We could ready for whatever breaches.
So you're saying you don't want to jiggle the handle or anything? Okay.
Because we've only had one trap, and so very
surround
excellent
the
choke
door.
points for traps.
Ready for an attack.
Away or around the door?
Like we'll stand 30 feet away.
30 feet? Okay.
And then that's my range. And then it's like
Oh, yeah.
I can try the handle.
We'll say 25. Just to, yeah.
And I think
You'll need to be 30 feet away to be able to cast it. The barbarian will be probably right in front of you.
that's what I was about to say. Is like, yeah, that is.
So we'll say 20 feet away, 25 feet away.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because I want him to have enough room to maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So I'm like when you guys give the signal, I'll try the door. Got my weapons out.
you all see your cleric, a little bit of somatic, a little bit of verbal, and a hand. What does your mage hand look like?
It looks like one of mine. It's just made of moonlight.
Moonlight, almost transparent, translucent hand that looks just like his comes out, and you see it ghost, like almost like a ghostly trail as it walks by, and it's just kind of like it's not stretching like Mr. Fantastic. It's just it's a disembodied hand that comes out, and you see it grow closer and closer, and it grabs the ring, and it twists, and it's locked.
I can pick the lock if you.
Okay. Is everybody staying back, or just push one of your rogues forward? Go for it.
Whichever rogue is going, I'll go right next to you just in case.
Punch the door. All right, you want to try it? Hit it. Hit it.
Side question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where under Natural Explorer, I do have mountain listed on my character sheet. Would being under They said mountain in any way.
You're working your way into the Underdark.
Right, I understand that.
Yeah, but it's
Being
not a
that
mountain.
it's under a mountain, I figured.
You did not start at a mountain. You started at a,
Mountain
and you're going
cave.
down. Yeah.
Okay, going down.
So yes, you started at a mountain per se, but not a. But you're going down.
So mine's more for the
It would be up on a mountain. Yes. Yeah. You are technically now. You know that you're going into the Underdark. This is. You don't know how far away from. Wow, I used to know how to say it, but the Drow City.
mental bearings.
Menzo Barrington, yeah. Woo! I was like, Munchkin, no. Mary Poppins, Menzo Barrington. So Menzo Barrington, you don't know how far you are from this or if you're going to be spit out in the heart of it. But this is, you're entering into the Underdark. This is Drow country. Okay? So, make your roll.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand check.
Next to him, just in case.
You get
23.
23. It takes you a hot minute.
Wow.
But you're in there.
This
And you're twisting it around, and you have your lock picks, and you start digging in there, and you can hear it just, and after a second, you hear click. And those tumblers fall. That tumbler falls into place. It is unlocked.
let's unlock, guys. Who wants to go first?
You still have the try to get back.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. So
Would it
Back
be able
up.
to open the door? Would it be able to pull, since it can only move 5 pounds or whatever?
It's a pretty heavy door, but it is on hinges. So we don't know. I mean, the only way you know is to try. Yeah. Okay.
turn the handle and
So same ghostly hand or moonlight hand comes out, grabs the handle, and this door is pretty shut. So if you look at the hinges, they've been there for a while. So they're probably good. Like it's not like rusted shut, but it's pretty good and tight shut.
so I volunteered to open the door.
Okay.
Where do you guys feel?
I mean, it's going to be one of us.
Yeah.
I'll move forward.
Okay. You come through. I need you to make a strength check for me.
With athletics.
You can do athletics if you want.
I went completely blind. 13.
13. It's going to take a little more than that. Just a little more.
I think I have advantage on strength checks just because of the attuned armor, so I can help.
So, actually, if you help him, it'll give him advantage.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Then I assist you.
I'll just roll again.
Yeah, with advantage.
That sounds good.
Dang, Lance.
Yeah, the 15 for the first.
15 is just enough.
Hey.
So you pull it, you hear it finally. When you're pulling that door, and you hear it pop. But I do need both of you make Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Does he pop it when you just hear a release because you all are 30 feet back from him, and this green mist comes out.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay.
I got 1.
Ooh,
That's on the die.
Nikes. Okay. You take. You're going to take 13 points of poison damage, whereas you take 26 points of poison damage.
No wonder Tensor told me to come here. In the middle of combat, yes?
No, that was a trap.
Just
Oh, yeah. Be healed, my son.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to remember. I could have swore there was something I had to. I mean, keep going.
Be healed, my son.
Oh, okay. So,
Bartholomew Cabrini, Confessor the Third,
Yes, sir.
how much?
dwarf cleric,
How much
at
is
your
it?
service.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. That's where you're going with it. Yeah. How much is
That's
it?
what he needs to play with him before.
Okay.
Well, he took a smaller amount, so there's
13.
1d8, give him 2d8.
2d8, 1d8. Gotcha.
I was wondering when I was going to see Bart.
Nice. You held 7.
We're short on cleric, so Tensor told me to come over and take a look.
You held 9. 9.
character.
Actually, I'm a character.
He is a character.
John's game, right?
No, it's
Hey,
no,
the other game.
Federals.
But a word of advice, yes. Watch your trumps.
They did.
my God, we did too, which is funny.
They did.
Duty calls.
Thank you.
So,
Mark is actually a really good character, especially when he's a dwarf running around.
that's awesome. All right. Once the poison, the mist clears, you're not considered poisoned. That was just a initial damage. You don't have the poison condition. I'm not that mean.
It just makes me kind of laugh that we open the door, we get poisoned, and then a dwarf just kind of comes out, heals us,
Yeah.
and then just dips out. It's like, okay.
So basically, when you see something like that, Tensor is teleporting them here. Basically. They pop up, boom, boom. Every once in a while, you'll see Tensor come in and play. So they'll be Ernie will come in and play.
All right.
Yeah. So, and it's basically Tensor's magic, and most magic is kind of almost like wild magic right now. It'll pop off, you know. So, the door opens, and this is what you see. You see a large chamber with a decorated spot almost in the middle. Columns, one has collapsed. Two wooden, almost like plankways going in on either side.
Mine, probably. It's been sitting up here.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
sitting there.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
And a ramp leading to another door on the far end. The disconcerting part is there are three. The one you can see close, there are three what would look to be husks that were once bodies.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What is wrong with you, you little murder hobo?
No, I was actually like, no,
What? No, we got two of them.
because they'll come to life and get us. Is my thought.
Heck, we don't even have to get up on him. I can shoot him.
Yeah, you know what? I got a crossbow. I vote for just hitting them just to be on the safe side in the head if best you can.
All right. If y'all wanna-
Has been in this
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for your minis, and I'm going to stage you in here. So the two people that
Mine's not on the base, I'm sorry.
that's all right. I'm not worried about it.
She stands
So
up.
who's going in the room?
I was gonna, I'm going in like cautiously go up to the first one.
I just mixed them all up. Which one's it? Which
And the gold.
the gold?
plated,
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Cautiously going.
Cautiously go in the room.
Yeah.
And this is Turcon. Okay, so you're going in, right?
I will go to the other side.
This side.
Yes, sir.
This is you.
Yep.
You were going to shoot one.
Yep.
Great. Where you going?
Don't hesitate, just go. Tensor said that the wisdom at this table is not near as high as it should be. That's why, since Bartholomew Cabrini, the Confessor the Third, is
Yes, that was his icon.
All right. So we got three that go in, and so what about the others?
I'm gonna stay in the doorway. That's the
Alright.
one with the spear and the shield.
This guy right here. Okay. Cool.
I'm just gonna have Ray of Frost prepared.
Perfect.
I think imagine I'd be coming in next to even it out one of the
This is which one's you?
that one is you. Yeah, it's me. You.
Right here. You just say
Other side.
other side.
Yep, so
But
this
right
one's
here.
even out, yep.
Okay. And
That's me. I want to come in and take position behind this standing column.
the standing column. Perfect. And this is
Him.
yeah. Where you want to go?
Oh, I guess I'll be near the on the other side. Because we have clerical on one side, we have clerical on the other.
Okay. And
you were good. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm the cleric.
I was going to stay in the doorway and be
door. Okay.
Get it hammered.
Hammer. Nice.
Ronnie, he wants to be on the other side.
Oh, this side. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Be two clerics.
I'm gonna put you in the corner over here. Okay. Cool. All right. So who's taking the shot at the dead body?
I would like to. I tell y'all, I'd like to move up closer to the first one. Weapons ready. Y'all shoot at the second one. You know.
I don't think we should shoot at the
Here?
second one.
That's why we find out what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Dead bodies.
Dead bodies. I should
Yeah.
be able to tell whether or not there's other things. Yeah.
Yeah. What do we want to do?
Oh, I will use my divine aura to test to see if necromantic things are akin.
They are not necromantic. They are dead bodies.
Oh.
See, She's literally poking the wall with a sharp stick.
Hey, they're quite dead. They're quite
The
dead.
thing you notice, though, when you go up, this is a husk of a body. It is quite literally just drained.
They were married.
Versus not.
Right as he's drinking.
They were married.
So, I let everybody know what I see, about the husks. I think as a suggestion for, say, maybe one of the clerics to examine the body, see if there's anything of unnatural means as to why they got the way they are.
Okay.
I'm pretty talented in the field of medicine and
Death.
Death.
Yeah, just death.
So you're a bone saw.
My son, we will have a talk later.
So you're here. You want to move up here?
Yep, I'm gonna examine the body, and I'm gonna try to see why.
Hands on, right?
No.
No. You tell me what you were going to do before I said that.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to try to examine them.
Okay.
Anybody want to do a perception check or anything like that too? That's very good in normally for. That's not me.
Examine how they died.
Okay, so that would be hands on. Yeah, that has to be. That has to be hands on. So, you start examining the body.
Right.
As soon as you touch near the ribs, your hand kind of goes in. Paper thin skin, hand goes in a little bit, but you don't see anything, any form of. Make an Arcana check. No, you go ahead. Listen, play the way you play. If you stand, you stand.
For some reason, the other day, I was spraying them with something.
That's 8. It doesn't look magical. I mean, it looks dead. But now I want you to make a medicine check. But with the medicine check, you are going to have to roll the body.
That's not better. Actually, I have an 8 in medicine. That would be math is hard. 14.
14? It's enough to twist the neck around to see, or not the neck, but the entire shoulders around. There are 2 large puncture marks on the back.
How far apart?
About that far apart. Mm-hmm. And then, as soon as you do, roll this body over forward. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I don't need to do anything with me being right there with them.
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
Not to the firebox being.
Is that not one?
10. As soon as you roll it over, you hear ping, whew, and you get struck right in the shoulder with a bolt about that big.
Okay.
I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
You're a death cleric, right? See, this is good for you.
Oh my gosh!
Activate your powers, right?
Oh, that's much better. 18.
6 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and you do not fall asleep. You barely fight off the effects of this poison that is coursing through your veins, but you do take 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
So
Could I perceive where that came from?
you can see where it came from when he rolled the body out. He got
Oh, it
shot.
just came
Yeah.
up right off.
Oh, yeah, that sucked. Yeah, it's trapped under the body.
Up underneath there.
Yep.
Ready to go.
All right, so I tell everybody, Kintu just got so we need to watch out. We are in drought country now, so we probably need to.
Okay, so giving them the last right to just move along.
Yeah.
We're dead.
Yeah, they're dead. They're dead.
Watch for traps.
I really recommend do not touch the other one.
So as you're pushing up, I need to know what way you're going to go and who's going to go there. So, real quick, because y'all have been, I know you're a new, holy crap, I know you're a new adventuring party, but where are we going to go?
We need to really paying attention as we're going forward. Have maybe a fighter right there with them. A fighter or barbarian.
So let's go. You two, two.
Two. So
Well,
Rogue's going up each side, and I'll be in the middle.
so I need both of you all to make
Check for traps and then follow
yeah.
them along.
check for traps for both of you, and the rest of you are following them.
I'm not good at looking for traps. I'm good at disarming.
So, are you going straight up the middle, or are you going to the sides?
I was worried about that little.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is oddly decorative.
It could be that Ronnie ran out of dwarven forge pieces, but maybe not.
I'm having technical difficulties, Ronnie. I'll be right back.
You're fine. Go
I
for
got
it.
a 16 on my roll.
16 on your roll. Okay.
I got a 19.
19. You do see, right before he walks through it, there is another spider web that is stretched, actually from this column to this column.
Okay, I'll yell out to him since I guess he's moving forward too, like
Yep.
I am.
Because you're checking together and you saw it, that's why you're able to stop him.
Am I able to disarm it too, or should I?
You're going to have to roll with your thieves tools for that.
That's sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. You're proficient with thieves tools, so it would be your dexterity plus your proficiency, and then yeah. 21. You're able to disarm this trap, but there's no immediate effect that you can see. You don't know what the trap was.
I'm sure what the track was. So I would say, guys, that we really need to watch.
I'm not going to move you right now. I'm just going to use this as a map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll stage if there's anything else that
Oh,
happens.
I guess you moved me up to wherever that track.
We'll stage that when if anything else happens. Yeah.
So, would it make sense to be like 5 feet check? He's checking me, it's going to be like forever to go through, but then this way just to be on the safe
I'll
side?
push it to 10 or 15.
Okay.
Now each square is 5 feet.
I think.
Is that right?
So you tell me, yeah, each square is 5 feet.
Okay.
Mhm. So you tell me where you are right now. So this is where you found the trap. This column to this column.
I guess
Just beyond this fallen column right here.
I guess I'm gonna be right in the middle of the center of the room, and yeah,
Okay.
so I can get the light.
So how far are you going up from here?
I'll go 10, 15 feet from where I found that track.
You walk up. As soon as you step in that middle square
Oh, yep.
where the red is, you feel the slate beneath your foot give way, just barely, and you hear the stone scrape against stone, but nothing happens.
Indiana Jones.
So I'll let everybody know that I just stepped on a moving stone. I'm not sure, but I may be quick enough to get off this thing before anything goes down.
I don't want to address both of those through thought process. What does everybody else think? Try to look for maybe some extra stones over here or something.
Is it like a rug?
You're fine, buddy. Don't worry about it.
I think it was a rug covering it. Is that what that was, a rug? Or is that just colored stone?
That is colored stone. That's why you felt that flagstone give way underneath.
I think that's a good idea, though.
Shepherd.
We can stack stone on the.
Are you all back up behind him, or behind her and your other rogue?
No, we were trying to decide what to do about the trap.
What you hear off to the right is you hear a little bit of talking, whispering, and it's a harsh language. But you don't. What languages do you speak?
I speak common, elven, and giant.
You don't know this language.
Would I do?
You don't hear it.
Oh, I don't.
You don't hear it. He's the only one that hears it.
Oh yeah, he's schizophrenia.
Now, is that where he's standing at now? or
No,
is that-
everybody's like right here.
Got it.
Yeah, I haven't staged you beyond this. I just wanted to stage you in you know.
I tell the group to stay sharp. I think we have company coming, but we need to get these stones to get them off the trap.
Yeah. Trying to do Indiana
So we
Jones.
pick up stones from that column. It was what's it?
Try and equal the weight.
Yeah, Lark the Ark, yeah.
As you're doing this, I'm going to need Lorik,
Okay.
X-Bar, Duncan, and Lucan all to roll dexterity saving throws.
Ooh, I think I have the advantage on that.
You all said you were up here.
I didn't. I'm staying.
You still have to roll it.
Okay.
With dexterity, that's just whatever my plus is, right?
Advantage on.
Yes.
Okay.
Dexterity saving 12.
Yeah.
Dex saving.
It's I have an advantage on dex against effects that I can see while not blinded.
You're not able to see this.
Okay, then I do not have advantage.
Plus your dexterity saving throw, 10 plus your dex bonus,
14.
14. Well, your saving throw should be up there.
Yeah. I got an 18. That's right.
18.
Yeah, 10 on the die and 8.
Okay, perfect.
And that's if you're proficient.
What'd you get? 14. X bar, what'd you get?
I rolled 11.
11. So 12. 6. You didn't roll, did you? You didn't have to. No, you.
18.
18. Each of you that failed, which is everybody but him, take 4 points of piercing damage. You take 2. As bolts come out of nowhere, strikes you right in the hip, and it hurts, but it's not enough to cripple you or anything. You take one in the shoulder, ribs, and you right in the back of the shoulder somehow. And now that you see these, you see eyes that are coming out of the alcoves that are coming through here. Now that you're paying more attention up here, you notice that this is a very high ceiling chamber. And they are coming down off of what looks to be spider wire, almost like special ops drought that are dropping in on you. So I need everybody to roll for initiative, but keep your initiative until I ask for it. You get advantage. Here.
I'm just breaking stuff. I'm not touching anymore.
What are you doing? No, just let it fall. You're fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, he's going to be down here. And you see one drop in back here.
That's a lot of them.
So they had to draw special ops to drop in on spider wire. All right.
So I'm gonna keep on hearing tensor. I think of tensor fascia latte, which made me chuckle because basically that's right. Basically, right by the thigh and the butt. So got shot in the tensor fascia latte.
All right. I need to know who got 20 to 25. What'd you get? 22, 23? 22? 15 to 20.
I got 17.
19.
15. I'm not meditating as much as I did last round.
Oh,
There you go.
by the way, totally used the wrong. I'm actually at 25.
25 for your initiative?
That's what it says, but it doesn't. I mean.